It's morphin' time. Pterodactyl.
Hi there, this is Data with Rangers of Wrestling, bringing you the It's Wrestling Time post show. And tonight I will be reviewing AEW Dynamite. Wow, so AEW Dynamite kicking off with a returning Jon Moxley. He said he was basically talking about how he woke up from a bad dream. He said there was like a demon in a cloud hanging over him. He says that we carry scars and that he has more scars than anyone and that he's proud of them. And I honestly got thinking, it kind of reminds me of that song by Papa Roach called Scars. But I'm not sure if anybody's heard of that song or heard of that band or has heard that song, but it reminds me of that. And scars remind us that the past is real. I turn my heart open just to feel. I think that works with what Jon Moxley was saying in this promo. But what do you guys think? You guys agree or disagree? I definitely want to hear your thoughts and opinions. And then he was basically saying he was going to do whatever he wants in the world of pro wrestling and that he is thirsty. And if people thought he was dangerous before, he's more dangerous now. So I'm actually pretty excited to see what this leads to. I cannot wait to see what his first feud back is. But then we get a quick MJF backstage promo. He's saying that he's sorry to Wardlow and that he just needs a little bit more seasoning. So they're really planting those seeds for Wardlow turning on MJF. It's not quite there yet, but they're planting the seeds. And then after that, we get a mixed tag match. It's Adam Cole, Bay, and Dr. Britt Baker, D.M.D versus Orange Cassidy and Kris Statlander. So I have to say, with this match, absolutely love this match. This was my hands down my favorite match of the night. This was a match I was really looking forward to, so it did not disappoint. I will say that. I will say this though. They certainly teased an intergender match. You had Britt Baker stomping Orange Cassidy, Kris Statlander, Adam Cole jumping in front of Britt Baker to save her from Kris Statlander doing the 451. She still did it. So they had teases. I would have liked for this to be an intergender match. That's just me personally. But I still thought it was a great match. Very great match. But like I said, personally, I would have loved to see an intergender match. What about you guys? Would you guys have liked to see an intergender match? I think this match would have been perfect for that. Also, too, Adam Cole and Britt Baker setting up a table, which actually would have cost them the match, but it didn't. Orange Cassidy accidentally sending Britt crashing into the table and allowing still Adam Cole and Dr. Britt Baker ended up winning this match. So I'm not sure if that was a botch or if they were really supposed to win. I thought Kris Statlander would try to save Orange Cassidy from the pin, but apparently she was still knocked out. That's kind of the one thing that I don't get in AEW is that sometimes they use tables and there's like no DQ. So I'm a little confused as to why they allow that sometimes. I guess it's like in WWE when they go through the announce table, there's no DQ. So I guess it really doesn't matter. But it was still a great match. Like I said, favorite match of the night. Great. Then we had CM Punk versus Shawn Spears. This was a quick squash match. Like, it was a very quick match. It did what it was supposed to do. It was supposed to have CM Punk beat Shawn Spears. So now the only thing he has to do is face MJF, which he grabs MJF by the scarf. And of course, MJF breaks free and goes running. I have to say, though, I think we might get that match at Revolution. Maybe. Seems like they're building towards that. But last week's match with Wardlow, it felt like it dragged. This one was actually pretty quick, so I'm actually happy about that because we knew Punk was going to win this match. So then we get to Cody Rhodes. Oh my God. Okay, so he said that Punk is the comeback of the decade, and when he left, Cody Rhodes said that he filled in that void. Cody said that he carried this revolution on his shoulders. and that there's more than one royal family in professional wrestling. He said that he built the Forbidden Door. He said that the Bucks almost started a second Wednesday Night Wars, and then he talked about Brody King, who said that he might regret picking the name Brody, which I guess because of Brody Lee. And I actually like this one part that he said, where he said any title that doesn't have the word world is secondary. And he says, and right now it feels like that because there's two. So I actually really like that he said that, because I think that that's how a lot of people view titles. They're secondary titles, when in reality, I think all titles should be important. And he made a good point there. He did make some good points, but I feel like the promo probably wronged people the wrong way, especially with him saying that he's the Forbidden Door. Do you guys think Cody Rhodes truly is the Forbidden Door? Please not think that. Definitely want to hear your comments on that situation. So then we get House of Black versus the Varsity Blondes. This was Brody King's AEW Dynamite debut match. This was basically like a squash match when you think about it, because this match was ended quick. One thing that caused the Varsity Blondes was that they were arguing on the outside, and Brody King sent Griff Garrison crashing into the steel steps. So yeah, and then Pac delivered a message to Malachi Black at the end of this. So I'm curious to see where that goes. Then we had Frankie Kazarian versus Lance Archer. This was essentially a squash match. It really was a long squash match. This was basically Lance Archer dominating Frankie Kazarian. I mean, he got some offense in during the picture-in-picture stuff, but aside from that, Lance Archer dominated him. Dominated him entirely. So this Lance Archer was basically going to send a message to Hangman Adam Page, but then Hangman came out. He slapped Lance Archer, and a brawl broke out between them. And I actually cannot wait for this match. Pretty excited for this match. What about you guys? Do you think you're excited for this match? I know I am. And then we had Sky Blue versus Serena Deeb. Again, I felt like this was another squash match. I mean, Deeb was pretty much dominating Sky Blue here. And she, of course, she was victorious because she ended up tapping. Sky Blue ended up tapping out. You asked me if they're still going to continue the Serena Deeb versus Hikaru Shida rivalry after this. The rivalry needs to end, and it needs to be a last woman standing match. I honestly think that's the way they should go. And then before that, we get a backstage segment with Andrade and HFO. Basically, them saying that now Andrade is a part of that stable. And, you know, I have to say, like, one thing that I dislike is the fact that Andrade, since he debuted, I feel like he had a strong, hot debut. And now he's just kind of floating around. He's, like, lost in the shuffle, I guess you can say. You know, I feel like they don't know what to do with him because he's gone from one stable to another one. So at first he was working with the Pinnacle, and now he's working with the House of Heart. I feel like they just don't know what to do with him, which is kind of sad because Andrade is actually very talented. I like Andrade, you know. So, and it feels like outside of the Lucha Brothers and Thunder Rosa, they don't know what to do with Andrade, you know. So I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think on Andrade? You guys think he's lost in the shuffle? Do you guys think that he just maybe? What do you guys think of the whole Andrade situation? Because I personally think that's just my opinion. You can feel free to disagree with me. And then the Acclaimed and then the main event was the Acclaimed versus Sting and Darby Allin. The Acclaimed attacking Sting and Allin before the match. And they put a chair around Darby Allin's neck and sent him crashing into the steel poles. And then Sting went at it alone in this match. Pretty much. He went at it alone. He sent Max Caster crashing into the steel steps twice. And then Bowens with the boombox, he hit him. He hit Sting while Max Caster had the ref distracted. And then out of nowhere, Darby Allin came back and attacked Bowens. And the crazy spot in the match, Sting diving into Max Caster through the table. And Sting and Darby ended up victorious and ended up winning this match. So overall, tonight's show actually was a pretty good show. as always. But I feel like I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5 and a 7 out of 10. Just because I feel like I said, most of these matches, aside from the mixed tag match, weren't given. Oh no, I like, aside from the mixed tag match and Lance Archer versus Frankie Kazarian, I feel like the other matches were just squash matches. No. Scratch that. Scratch that. Aside from the mixed tag match, Frankie Kazarian versus Lance Archer, and the main event, I felt aside from those 3 matches, the other ones, 1, 2, 3 other matches, were kind of squash matches, So I guess you're trying to reestablish Lance Archer after he's been away for such a long time. Serena Deeb, I guess you're just trying to show her dominance. CM Punk versus Shawn Spears, I get why that was a squash match. So, I don't know, but what did you guys think of this episode? Did you guys like it? Did you guys think it was a super great show? What? Let me know in the comment section down below. So I guess that's it. I guess that's it for this review. Thank you guys all so much for watching. For your continuous support, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and make sure you hit that bell so you get notified whenever I go live or release a new video. And I'll see you guys tomorrow after Impact Wrestling. Bye.